They were crossing the western edge of the playa when Glanton halted. He turned and placed one hand on the wooden cantle and looked toward the sun where it sat new risen above the bald and fly-specked mountains to the east. The floor of the playa lay smooth and unbroken by any track, and the mountains, in their blue islands, stood footless in the void, like floating temples. Toadvine and the kid sat their horses and gazed upon their desolation with the others. Out on the playa, a cold sea broke, and water gone 3,000 years lay riffled silver in the morning wind. "Sounds like a pack of hounds," said Toadvine. "It sounds like geese to me." Suddenly, Bathcat and one of the Delawares turned their horses and quirted them and called out, and the company turned and milled and began to line out along the lake bed toward the line of scrub that marked the shore. Men were leaping from their horses and hobbling them instantly with loops of rope ready-made. By the time the animals were secured and they had thrown themselves on the ground under the creosote bushes with their weapons readied, the riders were beginning to appear, far out on the lake bed, a thin frieze of mounted archers that trembled and veered in the rising heat. They crossed before the sun and vanished, one by one, and reappeared again, and they were black in the sun. And they rode out of that vanished sea like burnt phantoms, with the legs of the animals kicking up the spume that was not real, and they were lost in the sun and lost in the lake, and they shimmered and slurred together and separated again, and they augmented by planes in lurid avatars, and began to coalesce, and there began to appear above them in the dawn-broached sky a hellish likeness of their ranks riding huge and inverted, and the horses' legs incredibly elongate, trampling down the high, thin cirrus, and the howling anti-warriors pendant from their mounts, immense and chimeric, and the high wild cries carrying that flat and barren pan, like the cries of souls, broke through some misweave in the weft of things, into the world below,